When I was younger, they didn't have surrogacy. They didn't have these types of programs. So I think everything happened in the way it was supposed to. Kind of all prepared me for, this huge journey. My name is Alan, and I had my daughters Ava and Addison via surrogate in India. I've always wanted to be a father. Being gay, it's always been a struggle figuring out how I'd have kids. I researched adoption first. Come to find out, being a single parent, being a single male, a single gay male, my chances weren't very high. Being a police officer is a dangerous profession, so that was also something that was kind of working against me. So actually, surrogacy was my last choice, but in the end, it turned out to be probably the best choice for us. After leaving the facility, I really didn't know if it was going to be a success or what my chances were. I was back in Hawaii. At that point, it was out of my control. In India, it's actually against the law for the doctors to disclose gender. So part of what made this whole process hard was not knowing what to expect, whether it's a boy or a girl. And I kind of just came to terms that as long as the child is healthy, it wouldn't matter. Although in my mind, I was so convinced I was having 2 sons, but the only one scenario that I didn't even consider was 2 girls. The first notification I got from the agency was through email. They sent me a picture of 2 little girls wrapped up in blankets. We just booked a flight the next day. We flew out. They took us straight to the hospital, and that's when I met my daughters for the first time. You picture this first moment, you picture all these things in your head before it happens. I picture the tears running down my face, and I picture just that rush of joy, and I did feel all those things, but when it actually happened, I felt more overwhelmed and concerned. They were really small. The girls were 3.5 pounds, maybe like the size of my 2 hands. I didn't know how to hold the girls properly, or I didn't want to hurt them. So the nurses were teaching me how to hold the babies, how to make milk, how to feed them through a bottle, how to burp them. The whole process in getting home from India, especially when children are born outside the country, I knew it was just the beginning of a long journey. And I remember that first moment when I could see the islands in through the window, and it just felt so good to be back home. These 2 girls are so girly. I always ask them in the morning what they want to wear, and they just scream for pink. They love pink. They love shoes, purses, dolls. I've had to learn how to brush hair. I love it when the girls wake up in the morning and they're just calling for my name, calling daddy in the morning. I love seeing their smiles on their face. I look at them and I see myself in them. I see my mom in them. I just see joy and happiness, innocence. The girls are so precious right now and so impressionable, and I've realized very quickly how important my role is in their lives. They're just surrounded by a lot of love, and that's how I've always wanted to raise my kids. About a year into the girls' lives, I met Cody, and even before going on the date, I told him I have 2 daughters. Are you okay with that? And to my surprise, yeah, Cody was okay. Since the first time he met the girls, there hasn't really been a day where we've been separated. I think when the girls were younger, a lot of the questions I got from strangers was, where's the mom? And I made a decision when I went through this that I would just tell people the truth. There's no reason to lie. There's no reason to make up stories. Because most importantly, I think my 2 daughters need to be proud of themselves, proud of what our family has gone through to make this all happen. For the most part, people have been very warm, very receptive to what I went through. And I think when they see the girls and they see how happy they are, it's been inspiring to some people. We have a beautiful family. We have a lot of friends that love us, and life is good.